Sprouts, it's me, your favorite nitty naughty knitter, Onion. And today, we are making another podcast episode. Yay, yay, yay. It is a rainy day here in Hotlanta. People hate when we call it Hotlanta, and that just makes me want to call it Hotlanta even more. But it is a rainy day today, and I have been under the weather as of lately. So actually, I've been getting a lot of knitting done when I am not asleep. So let's check out how much progress that I have made over the last couple of weeks, because it's been a little minute since I have recorded a podcast episode. I think I missed last week. I think so. I think it's been about 2 weeks since I've recorded an episode. So I'm excited to show you all the things that I've made. First thing is, let's do finished objects. I finished a scarf yesterday. I finished this scarf yesterday, and this has been a long time coming. This originally was going to be this scarf, if I can place it here. It was originally going to be that scarf, and then it took forever. And I was like, no, I don't want to do this. And then I was like, maybe I'll make it into like a cowl or like a hat. So I started knitting it in the round, and I was like, this is taking too long too. And I was like, I really just want to do a stripy, scrappy looking scarf. This is like 100% Angora fur, super soft, super nice. So I wanted it to be like something that's close to my skin, close to touching me and all that kind of stuff. I was like, you know what? I have a way of getting a knit very quickly done that I just want to get done. And that's through my knitting machine. So shout out to my knitting machine for getting this done in one afternoon. I have a whole scarf. I didn't do like the whole like scrap yarn like excess method that people do. I literally just cinched in the ends like you do with a hat, but instead of like putting it onto itself when you make a hat in a knitting machine in a tubular way, you usually just take the hat, you pull it out, and then you put the hat inside of itself, cinch it together at the top, and that's your hat, and fold it over in the brim. Instead of cinching them together at the top, I just cinch the ends separately from themselves, so they have these little cute little bobble ends, and it's just a super nice, thick, luxurious scarf. I really like it. I gotta say, it's hard to talk with this thing because the fluff gets everywhere. This is a fluff machine. Like, I don't know if you've seen it already fluffing around. The fluff gets all over the place. By the end of me making this, I had fluff all over my skirt. It was quite annoying. But yeah, so I can't wear this with anything that I don't want to have fluff onto. But it is so soft. It is so warm. It is so nice. I love it. And I'm so excited to have it, especially these upcoming days are going to be back to winter. It's been a little bit of fall spring for us lately, which has been really nice. We've been really enjoying it, the 60s and 70s for the past, 3 days? But it's going to be like 20 degrees tomorrow, so good thing I got something so that I can wear that in time. And all of the ends to all of this are all on the inside. Like I said, it's just a tube, and I made it this way so that I was like, I don't want to weave in all the ends at the very end of this, because that's going to literally drive me insane. That's literally going to take away all the fun from this project. And we're trying to have fun. We're not trying to make ourselves enraged. And that's what would have happened. So all of them are inside the tube. And I just did the regular, put it on top, switch it over on top, and then go back behind and tie them. Once you come back around, do a couple laps on the knitting machine, tie the ends together. I did a double tie so that they won't all unravel on me. So, yeah, super nice, super glad that this is technically out of stash. This is not a WIP anymore. I still have to wet block it. I haven't wet blocked it yet. So we'll see how it looks after wet blocking. But without wet blocking, I love it. It's great. It's wonderful. It's done. I love that it's done. And it's super soft and huggable and lovable. I completely forgot to mention what I am wearing today. I am wearing my Dark Academia by Sharon Harvey. This pattern I'm wearing right now is my Dark Academia. If you want to see everything about my Dark Academia, I made a Everything I Knit in 2025 video recently. So please go see that video for all the details about it and what I would have done differently with this pattern if I was making it again. But it was super nice pattern to make. It is a colorwork pattern, obviously, that I use variegated yarn in the colorwork style and a white on the outside. So yeah, I think it looks pretty grand. It's my magnum opus at this point. I have some other couple stuff that I'm working on right now that I would also be like, wow, I can't believe I'm doing this. Which, actually, I'm just going to go into my WIPs. The next WIP that is probably my bestie WIP is, aren't we so used to this beautiful bag now? No. We could never be used to this beautiful bag. So this bag has my oleander in it. Oleander by Audrey Borrego. I've been working on this for a while. That's the only reason why I know the name, because I've been working on it for a hot minute. And I actually did make some progress on this, I think, since the last episode. If I haven't edited it, I don't remember what I said in the last episode. So yeah. So I finally started on the other side, the other panel. I don't think I have told you guys about this yet. So that is good. I have started on the other side on the paneling. I have been getting these headaches lately, or eye strains. I usually wear glasses. I'm not wearing glasses because I don't want the lights to flare on the glasses and all that kind of technicalities stuff. But I usually wear glasses, and lately I've been getting a little bit of a headache or eye tiredness whenever I look at screens for too long, which completely makes sense. I'd be looking at screens way too much. I look at screens for my job. I look at screens for my hobby. I look at screens for my YouTube job. Screens are everywhere all the time. So whenever I feel like doing no screens, I usually will knit. This one I can't knit without a screen because I need to look at the chart, and the chart is on the screen. We don't have a printer at my house because we are millennials/zillennials. No printer in our house. That is a thing. So all of my charts are online on Ravelry. This pattern is free. I don't know if I ever mentioned that. Most of Audrey Borrego's patterns are free. So if you ever want to get into it, if you ever want to make something like this, and you're like, there's too many patterns that cost too much money, which you could just get into this free pattern. So yeah, we are halfway done. We have a couple more rows. I think I have halfway to go on the other panel, but it's coming out really well. I'm super excited about it. I'm probably going to work on this today actually and go ahead and finish that side up and get to moving on the back panel, which is still the same. But yeah, good progress has been made on this guy, and it's actually really motivating to have a knitting podcast that you have to come on here and be like, hey, I didn't work on this project that I know that I want to be done by April. That's not what I want to tell you guys. I want to tell you that I worked on everything and everything's grand and wonderful and beautiful. Does that always happen? No. That's life. I understand that. But what do I want to do? Give good reports. Always. So the next project we can talk about is my pickle green sweater. It is the Mina sweater by Irene Lynn. It's inside of this galaxy bag that my sister-in-law made for me. I have been working hard at this as well. I haven't been working on it recently because I've had something else that I've been working really hard on and really needing to do. That's just been touching my soul really bad. Again, disclaimer, I have a lot of pets. So if you hear a lot of noises, I have a lot of pets. Just saying. So, I have been working on this. It is coming together really nicely. I'm really enjoying working on this. Now that it is in the round, I'm just like doop 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 doop, cranking away. I do want it to be long. She gonna be long. I have still all of those. I think there's 4 up there, and then I have 2 in here. Yeah, this is the one that I'm using. Another one. I gotta go ahead and undo all of those guys right there so that I can be prepared for when I get to the length that I want to get to. But yeah, this guy has been working out really good, and I'm super excited for it because I realized that I don't have a lot of sweaters. I have a lot of t-shirts. I have a lot of tank tops. I don't have a lot of sweaters, which is so weird because it's like this whole hobby is like sweaters. I don't have a lot of sweaters. I don't have a lot of sweaters because I don't have a lot of sweater quantities of yarn. So I make a lot of t-shirts. I make a lot of tank tops. I make those kinds of things, you know? So, and plus they like get done quicker. So I like that a lot. I like the variety of having different types of yarn instead of just having like 10 skeins of the same yarn, unless I can buy it on sale. If I can buy it on big, massive, buku sale, then I'll buy it. But if it's just like, oh, I'm just randomly getting whatever yarn from whatever yarn shop, I'm gonna buy like 2, 3, 4. I'm trying to do better about that. Actually, I have been doing really good about not buying yarn at all. I actually just made a donation the other day to my local secondhand creative reuse store, Scraplanta. If you know, you know. I have a video about them. I think I have multiple videos about Scraplanta. So I love them. I love everything that they do. They're super cool people. They are just having their 8th anniversary this year, 8th opening anniversary. So pop off, love them. Happy birthday. But I usually get a lot of yarn from there as well. So like a lot of my quantities aren't full on big old monster quantities because I'm getting them as scraps from other people. So like that yarn, that Nora yarn right there is from Scrap ATL. That yarn right there is from Scrap ATL. I think that yarn as well is from, no, I was gifted that yarn from a friend that was at my knitting everything. I get a lot of like leftovers. That's what it is. We'll just call it that. Hand-me-downs. Hand-me-downs. We call it that as well. Get a lot of hand-me-downs. It's really fine. I really enjoy it because I can use it and it's great. Actually, I think I'm going to be casting on with that Nora pretty soon, but I want to finish a couple more things, especially since I finished that scarf. I have room for a new cast on. But looking at myself now, I realized that I already cast something on, so let's move on to actually the thing that I was just talking about. My new cast on. I am making another blanket sweater with my homespun. I have decided that I'm going to take half of my homespun and like all the colorful ones of my homespun, and I'm going to make another knitted hoodie blanket thing because my fiance, he loves that hoodie blanket. He loves that thing. Babe, don't you love your knitted hoodie blanket? He said. So I'm gonna make one for me so he can just have that one because he looks so cute in it and I love when he wears it and he's just a so I'm going to make me one, which I feel like he's also going to steal, but then I get to wear the other one, so it's not that big a deal. But I decided to do homespun I'm not using a pattern for this at all. I'm just going and doing whatever, especially because even if I did do this in like a garter, or I'm doing it in garter, I'm just knitting back and forth, knit. Even if I did do a stockinette on this, the texture of the yarn is so that it wouldn't even matter at all. If whatever I did, it's not gonna show. So I'm just gonna garter it, and this is the back panel. I'm gonna just make a whole big old back panel. I have like 20 balls of homespun. That's why I was like, I'm gonna use at least half of them and make a little blanket hoodie. Maybe make a big blanket hoodie, because I need to use up this homespun really badly. I'm tired of it staring at me and making me uncomfortable. So yeah, that's what we got so far. Hopefully it'll grow as time passes, but this is just like a leisurely, like, work on it when I want to kind of project. It's not like I need to get this thing done within a certain amount of time kind of project. So whenever I feel like it, just like the other blanket hoodie, is just whenever I feel like it. These are, let me see, Clover 13 Niners. I don't know if you can tell what this is, but it doesn't like to focus. But it says Clover 13 9mm. Trust me, that's what it says. So that's what I'm working with, and I'm just gonna see what happens. Watch what happens. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so the next project, I haven't really made progress on this, and it makes me sad. If you know, you know, but if you don't know, I'm about to tell you. So this is my road tripper tee for my fiance. This is my road tripper tee, and it's basically at the same spot I think that we last talked. I think I did like a little bit on it, but not a lot. Still in the same place. I always stop like mid-row because I'm a stinker. But yeah, we decided, I do remember that we decided this. We decided that there are too many buttons on that Henley tee that is in Ozetta's pattern. This is an Ozetta pattern. We decided there's too many buttons. Too many buttonholes. So I am doing, I think we agreed on 3 buttons. We want 3 buttons for this shirt. You start off, you go ahead and do a buttonhole, and you come back later and do the collar of the shirt. So there's going to be a buttonhole there, buttonhole here, one more, and then another. So 4 total buttons is what we're thinking. I think we still want 3 buttons. I think that the collar is not going to have a buttonhole, if that's what I remember us talking about. But yeah, we have made that executive decision to decrease the number of buttonholes and buttons for the road tripper tee. But yeah, it's going quite nice. It's knitting up so nice. I do like the fabric that it's making, and I think it's going to be so soft once we're finished making it. This is made out of Ultra Alpaca yarn from Barocco. Ultra Alpaca Light, so it is the sport weight version of Ultra Alpaca. And yeah, it was kind of hard finding a Henley in a sport weight, but I did it, so kudos to me. I gotta figure out if I have enough yarn. I think I have like 8 balls of this, but I'm not making this for me. I'm making this for my fiance. My fiance has wide shoulders. He's just all shoulders. Just all shoulders. He's doing like this right now. He's just all shoulders, and that's what I love about him. No, I'm just kidding. I love many things about him, but the shoulders are a plus. And so I just gotta make sure that it fits his shoulders, because that's the main thing. Shoulders. So yeah, that's been going well. I gotta work some more on that, and I want to at least get it to end the round. Once I get it in the round, then I'll be like, crank. I'll feel more confident about how many skeins of yarn I have. But right now, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I'm missing my sock. I didn't really look on my, I didn't work on my sock. I'm just going to tell you guys that. I didn't. And it's more so, it's also kind of like the homespun, this pattern. I am just going to crank on it when I'm out and about, walking around, doing stuff, and I need something to work on. That's when I work on my sock. Oh, wait. Actually, I did work on my sock. 1 second. Did you guys see that? I almost died. I almost died right then. Crazy. Crazy. So this is my sock bag. It's in this little keep your laws off my body bag. I talked about where I got this bag last time I did the podcast, but I started the heel. I started the heel just a tiny little bit. I also might just take this out, and I think I need to make the cuff longer. This is also for my fiance. I have to have him try it on. That's probably going to happen right after this video to see that if the cuff is long enough, because I see people doing their cuffs and their cuffs be long. So I gotta know. I want to know, can he show me how long this cuff is, or I'll go crazy. And that's why I don't like cut the yarn when I go into the cuff. Like, I just want to make sure. Oh, I've done like 2 rows. You can see I've done like 2 rows, but I haven't cut the yarn, thankfully. So I just want to make sure that this is long enough for him, or that he likes the length of this cuff before I do the heel. Yeah, that's probably what we're going to do in a little bit. So that's my sock project. That is on the go with me. Just tie it up in this little baggie. And the last thing we're going to talk about, because there were no acquisitions made this week, except I got 2 tattoos. I got this tattoo, and I got a tiger on my shoulder right here. Literally right here. Yeah. But not yarn acquisitions, just tattoo acquisitions. And yeah, let me show you the last thing. The last project is what I've been working on the absolute most. And I bound off the body on this beautiful, 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 beautiful cardigan. It's so gorgina. I'm in love. Just look at her. Just look at her. It's like all the color and fun that I need during this winter season. I really am like, this is it. This is what the people need right now. Just, look at that. So I'm working on the first sleeve. This is the first sleeve. This yarn is Noro Viola, whatever name you want to call it. It is actually like a winter-inspired yarn. It's 100% wool, and it is like, the story of it is that it's supposed to be like the colorfulness that you need during the winter time. So I was like, this would be perfect. This pattern is the Loopy stripe cardigan, made by Loopy Studios. And I am just using 2 balls of Noro, 2 separate balls of Noro. One is purple and one is blue. And they just like coincide with each other so well. And sometimes the blue has purple in it. Sometimes the purple has blue in it. It gets a little confusing while I'm doing it. Not gonna lie, because I'd be like, which color is supposed to come next? But thankfully it's only a 2-row repeat. Like, it's a 2-row stripe. So, like, if I haven't used the color yet, I'm gonna use it real soon. whatever. It's not that big a deal. So yeah, the body is bound off. I wanted to make this one kind of cropped because I have a really, really long, very colorful cardigan that I love again. And that one's like 75% wool, 25% polyamide. Is made out of the Barocco Wizard yarn, and it's a hexagon colored cardigan. Super big, super long, super gorgeous. Love that thing. Had it for years at this point, and I wanted to make this a cropped, basically, version of that cardigan. And so when I want to wear something short and sweet, I'll put this on. And so I still haven't decided about the collar on this. You go back in the pattern, you go back and do ribbing for the collar to make it cinch in together. I've been reading on some people's Ravelry that the cinching is a little bit too cinched. So I'll have to see about that. Maybe I'll start on it and then see how I feel. And if it isn't working out, then pull it out. But I don't know. I am coming like close on the yardage of this sweater, and I do have long arms. I am disproportionately long armed. My arms are 20 years long compared to the rest of my body, and so I really have to make sure that I go long on the arms. Yeah. I really gotta make sure I go long on the arms because it just be so much armage out here. So yeah, this is what I've been working on the most. I am definitely gonna work on this today because I love this thing and it is bringing me the dopamine that I need during this rough winter season, especially since it's gonna be like 20 degrees. I can't do it. All right, so I believe that is everything I have to talk about in today's podcast. I hope that you enjoyed today's podcast. I want to know, what are you working on? What are your WIPs? What are you chaining? What are you doing? Let me know. And even if you're not doing like knitting or crocheting or anything like that, I want to know that too. Let me know what you're painting. Let me know what songs, like what type of songs you're writing, because don't put your song down there because I don't want anybody to steal your song because that would be rude. But like, give me the essence of what type of song you're writing. Give me like what you're doing with your friends later in like March, because it's February 21st today, end of February. Black History Month is almost over. I'm learning so much Black history every single day, trying to at least learn something new every day about Black history because there's so much to learn. And yeah. If you like this video, leave me a like down below. And if you really like this video, then leave me a comment down below telling me that you like this video, because it keeps the algorithmically in sync with me. And it just costs my free labor. That's it. That's all it costs. Costs you nothing. Costs me the labor of making this video. But if you liked it, it'll help. And if you really liked it, also subscribe down below and ring the bell, because that'll tell you when I make a video. But you can usually expect a video most Sundays at 1 p.m. and some Wednesdays at 5 p.m. We're working out a schedule. I want to see where the 2 uploads gets me in the realm of the algorithm rhythmically being inclined to send out my stuff to you folks, you lovely people. So yeah, let me know if you like the new upload schedule. I have been trying to be consistent, trying my best. There's a lot going on in my life, a lot. So yeah, I love you guys. I hope you have a blessed one. And if you don't want to have a blessed one, then please have a coffee is too hot and burns your tongue lit one. That's not my coffee cup. I don't drink coffee. My fiance drinks coffee.
I haven't even made any today.
That's crazy.
Muscle mommy
That's true. We did have Muscle Mommy matcha, so that was our protein caffeine intake today. I don't do caffeine. I don't do heat drugs. All right, you guys. I'll see you on the flip side.